considered. First of all, when I am in trouble, people help me, so I'm just paying it forward. Secondly, you and I are becoming friends as much as you would allow. And third, I can admit my feelings anytime I want.
Uh-huh. I'm waiting.
What, now? Okay. I've come to realize that you are not totally obnoxious all the time.
Uh-huh.
And there are moments that I think you could be worthwhile.
And you want me in that way.
Wow, the one thing I know about guys is the more they talk about it, the less they deliver. And if you think shoving your big fat ego in my face is sexy, you have a lot to learn about women.
Cool.
So, how'd it go last night?
The guys we busted down at the pier aren't talking.
Well, Sonny's men know how to keep their mouths shut, which makes the only loose cannon you. You know, Maxie's daddy would probably pin a huge gold star on your little
Coop is
chest
taking
there.
a huge risk covering for you. You should try being a little grateful.
It's all right, Maxie.
You know what? Getting shot puts me in a bad mood. All right? Knowing at some point that I have to deal with Sonny doesn't make it any better.
How you handle Sonny is your business, and I don't want to know. Can you check his wound to see if it's oozing or anything?
Oh, I hate getting nauseous this early in the day. I'm going to make coffee.
There's not any. And there ain't anything in the fridge either.
Come on, let's go to the store.
Okay, so this is when you tell me you used your whole wounded soldier routine to get into Lulu's pants? The wound isn't that deep. You're definitely strong enough to hook up with Lulu.
You still want to watch? Coop might find it a little weird if you're in my closet.
Well, if I miss the first time you hook up with Lulu, I'm sure there'll be other opportunities. If what you say about yourself is true. Oh, come on, Logan. Isn't this where you tell me I'm going to find out for myself?
Oh, yeah. That too.
Don't blow it.
Here you go. You got it?
Yeah.
How's he doing?
Seems to be healing just fine, but I think Lulu should probably take over the bandaging.
You have been great, Maxie. I couldn't have done this without you.
Well, I did it for you. Well, get a room.
I've got to get to work. All right, I'll check in on you later.
You want some juice or something?
Sure. You know, you don't have to stay. It turns out that I'm going to live after all.
I see. You don't need me anymore, so don't let the door hit me on the way out.
I'm just saying, you don't have to stay anymore. Unless you want to. Thanks.
I could make you some eggs.
Does that mean you're staying?
You have a very strange way of saying thanks.
I just meant that I'm probably going to sleep for a while.
And I just meant that you should probably eat before you do.
I'm sorry. I'm trying to do the right thing. It's an unfamiliar impulse. You should take advantage of it.
I don't get you. You're just shot. Why aren't you more scared?
I've been shot before. I've seen worse than probably anything you could ever imagine.
Yeah, I can't begin to understand what you went through over there.
You should not have to. No one should ever have to.
Okay, well, I'm gonna go.
Just don't know. I'd really like you to stay.
Don't make this easy.
I'm sorry. I mean, you know how I feel about you. What I really wanted to do is kiss you.
Then why don't you?
Oh! What did I tell you?
Tracy. Tracy, it is not okay for you to come barging in here and police me.
Somebody has to protect you from your worst instincts.
Oh, please.
Lulu, I realized that I was the one that wanted you to work Logan, but this wasn't what I had in mind.
Work me how?
Well, you see, Tracy was running a scam. She got Lulu to get you to pretend to be my son. But it's not gonna work.
Best defense to get offense, huh, Baldwin?
You know what? If you ever put your grubby hands on Lulu again, I will lock you up and I will throw away the key.
On what charge?
I will make something up. I'm very creative that way.
Oh, isn't that a little self-righteous for someone who framed my mother for murder?
Your mother would want me to protect you from this lizard.
And I'm sick of your lies, man. Why don't you just admit that I'm your son?
Okay, Lulu, come on, we're going home.
No, you do not get to tell me what to do.
Oh, you gonna admit you're my father? Just keep lying through your teeth to everyone.
I'm not gonna be conned, punk like you.
See, I don't often agree with Scott, but in this case, he's right. The kid is a punk. I don't want you near him.
Did you hear that? Stay away from Lulu.
Oh, thanks for your words of wisdom, Dad, but please don't take it personally if I choose to ignore them.
You shut up with this dad bit, all right? You keep mouthing off and you will go to jail. Where you should be. You know what? Why don't you do everybody a favor in this town and just get yourself a ticket out?
Oh, no, you see, that's your M.O. You knocked up my mother and then you pulled the world's fastest disappearing act. But I am not going anywhere. And you know what? If you don't like it, even better.
Had enough yet?
You should be applauding this is exactly what you wanted.
You know what? If you were working me on your stepmother's behalf, congratulations. Truly great job. And I will see all of you around.
I wasn't working you, Logan. I care about you.
Okay, that's it. We're out of here. Come on, go, go, go.
It's the best idea you've had all day. You, go stick out your thumb.
What are you doing back?
I would have been here sooner, but I had to climb out of my bedroom window since the Quartermains forbid me to see you.
Oh, yeah, well, that worked.
It's so stifling in that house, you know? It would have been one thing when my dad was living there because he's married to Tracy, so we're kind of family. But now I'm there on my own, living with these dysfunctional adults who think it is their job to hover over me and tell me what to do.
Well, at least they care about you.
And that's the weird part. They don't even know me, and they were so flipped out when I was missing. Why do I end up doing this with you?
Doing what?
Spilling my guts.
I don't know. Why do you?
No. Now it's your turn to talk. I mean, it had to hurt, you know, when Scott denied being your father.
Baldwin's a liar and a hypocrite, all right?
Well, that's it. There's no, you know, I wish I had a dad.
Would you want that guy as your dad?
Well, no.
I rest my case then.
Scott wants to keep his part just as much as Tracy and the Quartermains do, but it's not going to work.
You sure about that?
Yeah. Hello. What the hell are you doing?
You were the one who kissed me.
I was angry and I wasn't thinking.
Hey, I don't mind.
Well, I do. It was a kiss. It wasn't an invitation to start grabbing.
I was following your lead.
Oh, please.
Why else would you sneak out of your own bedroom window and then hightail it back here to my place to see me?
Maybe because you have a bullet hole in your arm. You call me crazy. I just wanted to make sure that you're okay.
You wanted something, all right, but that wasn't it.
Oh, my God. You are such a jerk.
You know what? You can twist this around any way you want, but I'm not the bad guy here.
Now you really sound like your father.
Well, according to Baldwin, he doesn't have a son. So unless you know someone else who knocked at my mother and bailed, you can stop trying to change the subject. I'm not the one with the problem. You are.
Are you kidding? You try and grope me, and somehow this is all my fault.
Face it, sweetheart. You want me, and it scares the hell out of you.
You may think that you're God's gift to women, but you're far from it.
Then why did you kiss me?
Believe it or not, that kiss had absolutely nothing to do with you. I was really upset at Tracy and the Quartermains for ordering me around, so I came over here to prove to them that they don't run my life. Yes, it was stupid. I should have known that you were going to be the crude, sleazy jerk that you usually are, in between the rare moments that you actually slip up and become a normal human being.
You're right, I can be a jerk, but you know what? That's not why you're mad.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you've shown your hand too early, and now I know how you feel about me.
Oh, don't flatter yourself.
Lulu, you want me.
Really, I don't.
You know what? You were just too scared to put yourself out there again, and I can't blame you. You sleep with Dylan, you get burned. Now you're hanging out with guys like Spinelli and Milo. who are A, too shy, or B, too stupid to put a move on you.
Benelli and Milo are my friends.
Right, all right. When are you going to quit hanging out with those tools and go after what you really want?
Trust me, you're the last thing I really want. One thing I was burned by Dylan. He was in love with Georgie, and I knew it, and I tricked him into bed. I made a mess of everyone's lives, including my own. And for what? Sex?
So now you're just going to give up on it completely?
It's not worth the heartache nor the regret.
Lulu, you cannot shut yourself off because you're afraid of getting hurt. If you do, you're going to miss out on one of the best parts of life.
Wow. Well, maybe sex is a little more important to you than it is to me.
I'm not talking about sex. Everyone goes through life hoping to find that special person. All right, someone who cares about them and only them. Don't you want to know what that's like? To have someone feel something for you and only you.
I think the word that you're reaching for is love, and I don't see much of that working out in the world either.
Why not?
Because even if you love someone, if you're not honest with them from the start, it's never going to work.
Have you told me any lies?
Why, are you looking for a relationship?
Maybe.
Sorry, but I don't trust you, so that means even if we do date, we can never sleep together.
What are you doing?
I came by to see if you're all right. You are, so I'm leaving. Have a nice life.
I don't want you to go like this.
You don't want me to go, period. Admit it, I just blew a big hole in your pride. You think that you can get any girl anytime you want, and I just proved you wrong.
Lulu.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
God, woman, that is a hell of a backhand.
I didn't mean to hurt you.
Neither did I. Obviously I did. I'm very, very sorry.
Damn it, don't.
Don't what?
Be nice to me. You sure you're okay?
The Army can harness the power of that backhand of yours and have one hell of a weapon.
God, you're bleeding again. I was supposed to come over and help you, and instead I come over and hurt you and really...
Stop. Just stop, all right? I'm the one who should be apologizing to you. All right, you came over here to help me, and instead of being grateful, I tried and jumped your bones without any consideration for the personal crap you're dealing with. I guess I am, what did you call it, a sleazy jerk or something?
Stand up. I think I threw crude in there somewhere.
You know what, I'm all that and more, and I know that's not much of an apology, but if you could...
Okay.
I'm just not very good at that.
All right, this is what makes me crazy. See, you are being real, and you're being funny and even almost nice. Could you just stop confusing me? Oh, sorry, what's wrong?
Nothing, I'm fine.
No, really, tell me what can I do?
If you could rebandage this, and then if you make it through that, would you make me some of those eggs you talked about?
Oh, you want me to cook for you?
Look, I'm starving, and I promise if you fix me some food, I'll go right back to being a jerk so you don't have to be confused anymore.
Okay, I will make you a deal. I will stay and help you out as long as you hold off on the jerk part. I'd rather not be confused for a little while. Hey, you.
Hey.
Shouldn't you be resting?
Maybe I'm not so good at taking care of myself when you're not around. What are you thinking about?
Elizabeth, my sister-in-law.
Girl who just left?
Yeah, she told me where she's going, and it's probably going to cause more problems for her and my brothers if they don't already have enough. I'm thinking, hello, if these two people who are so in love can barely keep it together, what chance do I have?
Hey, you can't stop yourself from caring about someone if the right person comes along.
There's no use going on about relationships. It makes me really uncomfortable.
I did not mean to imply that it had anything to do with me. Hell, you can barely tolerate me. But you are too hot to think that guys are not going to be after you all the time. You're what most of us want. Sooner or later, you're going to want one of us back.
Later. Way later.
Beautiful girl like you, it'd be a crime if you wouldn't let yourself go for it. And yeah, it'd be, real nice if it was with me.
Okay, you can stop now. This is way too deep for Kelly. Oh, and my brother's here. He would kick your butt if you weren't careful. Hey, glad to see you. Where you been?
Meeting?
Oh, good. I wanted to tell you something, but I don't want you getting upset. I mean, it's not a big surprise or anything.
What's wrong?
I just saw Elizabeth, and she went to go see Jason in Pentonville. She